Hi everybody, Stephan Kesting from grapplearts.com. Today, I'm lucky because I've got my friend and one of my oldest jiu-jitsu training partners, Dennis Kang, in the studio. And we're going to talk about the Darce. He's agreed to help me show you guys the Darce choke or the no-gi Brabo choke. And then he's going to one-up me and show you one of the more recent variations that you can do if you can't get your arms into the right position that I hadn't seen before today. So Dennis is going to show that. But I'll start out. Typically, I apply the Darce in half guard. You can do it from a ton of other positions. You can do it as an attack from bottom. He can Darce me, I can Darce him from this position. You can do it from turtle, you can do it from side mount. I typically do it from half guard. So half guard, he's got one of my leg straps, he's got an underhook here. This is my trigger position to start going for this choke. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over his arm and come under his head. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm giving a ton of room here so you can see, but this is how my hand is coming.
Yeah, so you're really going down tight on this arm, I can feel it.
Yeah, I'm really trying to weasel my hand in here. Now, I'm going to hold your head with both hands here because, like, if you know what's coming, what are you going to do?
I'm going to arch back and take my neck out.
Yeah, and maybe limp arm your arm out as well, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So that would suck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab your head with both hands here, but now I can't finish the choke here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my forearm down against the back of your head, keeping it crunched in here till my elbow's on the ground, and then I figure four my arms here, and I bring this hand up here. To apply the choke, I like to drive them flat. Yeah, I can squish them here if I'm really strong, if I'm really yoked, but if I want to use my weight and I want to use biomechanics, I'm going to drive forward here. And I'm going to essentially be choking you by driving this up into your neck and driving this down here. So I've got this tight, got this here, and I'm going to drive forward and apply the choke. But now you've got a variation. So that's the no-gi Brabo choke.
That's right.
And the or the Darce choke named after Joe Darce.
That's right. Now, some people have trouble putting this one on because they have shorter arms or the person is just thicker. So they come into this problem is that they can't close their arms in all the way, okay? So traditionally for a Brabo choke or a Darce choke, I would need to put my hand on my bicep, right? So with this one, because I said you either have too shorter arms or the guy's too thick, instead of going that distance, I'm gonna put my arm right here, right on the forearm. So look, I'm over here, the same thing that you did, Stephan, sliding my forearm, except like I said, instead of going on my bicep, I'm going just on the forearm, right here. So here, okay? You can see this on the camera, and then again, I drop my chest, and the pressure is on the neck. So this is very much more of a neck crank than a choke. So my chest is pressing down right here, okay? So my chest is acting as a counterweight. The angle or the fulcrum is my wrist right here, and it's pushing down right here.
So instead of driving this way, you're down. It's like a sideways guillotine on my neck.
Yeah. One thing I'd like to remind as well is my elbows are squeezing like this. So even for the Darce that you're showing, you have to keep it tight. So I'm over here and my elbows in tight. Very small package. And again, weight down. And now I have it.
That's the Japanese.
Some people I've heard it referred to as, the Japanese necktie. When I learned this one a long time ago, there was no name for it. You know, we started doing this when I TriStar with Faraz a hobby. But I've heard it called lately the Japanese necktie. But I guess it's just a Darce or a Brabo variation.
Everything old is new again.
Exactly. The cycle of jiu-jitsu.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for showing us.
My pleasure.